Yo, 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 Soulo, the black lit pastor. I'm checking out the stash.com, you feel me? Threes.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Stash.com on Stash TV. We over here right now with the Black Lit Pastor. My man Soulo, what's good with you, fam?
How you doing, brother?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. So, we got you in town. You know what I mean? It's a big week for you. You dropped your new album these days. You know what I'm saying? We've been waiting for a long time.
Yes, sir.
Tell us all about it. Tell us the inspiration behind it, especially after following such an incredible album like Control System.
Right. Well, I just, with this one, I wanted it to be, Control System, I feel like, was more like a science project. It was more technical, more conceptual. With this one, I just kind of wanted it to be, like a time capsule of these days, these last couple years that I've been missing.
Now it was a little bit of a drama actually getting that project out. I know you and Top Dog weren't seeing completely eye to eye. And,
right.
What exactly happened with that? You know what I mean? Because I know Top had tweeted some stuff and you had tweeted some stuff,
right.
And then what exactly went on between that?
I mean, that's actually a popular question. I guess a lot of people thought maybe it was some issues, but that was me speaking out to my audience, just letting them me letting them know that I've been working. I don't want anybody to think that I haven't been working. I turned in 2 albums at the top of the year. You feel what I'm saying? So, exactly. I had the collaboration album with Jameson, yes. Unit 6. It just didn't come together too well on the business end. You know what I mean? But if you was to look at my Twitter at that time, bro, I couldn't even tweet anything. I would just tweet to you. Yeah. And people, shut the fuck up, get back in the studio. Stop tweeting. Right. Where's the music? Type thing. So that was just kind of me speaking out to my audience. And I think Top saw the commotion, the intensity behind that statement, and he just put his 2 cents in along with it. But Top Dog is the family. We're a family. Top Dog is a father figure of mine. You know what I'm saying? So, it was never no disrespect or nothing like that.
Well, it also could have been seen as a very big positive thing for you guys.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's the 3rd TDE project that came out this year. Fourth. I'm bugging.
Yeah.
Q, SZA, yourself. You know what I'm saying?
And Isaiah
Rashad.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, tell me about that. Just being able to put the pressure on the industry like that, just being able to all just drop something within the year, and every single artist in the camp just bringing something different to the table.
Absolutely. I mean, it just sounds like a power move to me. It sounds like a real highly powerful move that we're trying to make. You know what I'm saying? High Power is the movement. You know what I'm saying? Top Dog Entertainment. Yeah, and you will get 6 albums this year from the camp. So enjoy. I'm happy to give you the 4th one.
And we thank you for that.
Right.
Now,
I'm the 4th too, by the way.
Exactly.
I'm Herbert Anthony Stevens the 4th. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to those other guys too.
All right, so next question I want to talk to you about is just about Control System. I mean, to me anyway, was just such a personal album.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You spoke about things that you had a song called The Book of Soul where I can't even. The first time I heard it, I shed a tear. I couldn't even get through that joint. Right. You know what I mean? So tell me a little bit about obviously. So tell me about the mindset that you're in then and the mindset you're in now, especially since your whole life has changed since then.
Right, I feel you. Well, I mean, I still feel like I still have that same mindset. The only concrete difference from then and now is that I've been traveling a lot more since then. You know what I'm saying? I damn near live in New York now. Damn near. I'm bi-coastal. So, in that I have a lot more information. Got a little bit more information. And just in contrast to Control System, this album isn't as personal as Control System. This album is more so to capture the time. these days, actually. You know what I'm saying? Of course, it's a lot of, it's a lot of true stories on there of things that have been happening with me and the team these days, but more than that, it's about these days in general. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay, so tell me about just the whole process of making the album. You know what I mean? Like you said, you put in 2 albums at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people were anticipating Unit 6. That didn't come to fruition as you wanted it to. So what was kind of the difference between that and why Unit 6 didn't, come through, but these days did?
Well, Unit 6 only didn't come to fruition because I guess our management couldn't agree on how it would be presented. It doesn't have anything to do with me and Jameson. Me and Jameson are still very cool. He's on my album as well, on the outro.
Cool.
But I was working on my solo album already anyway. You feel what I'm saying? That was just what I was doing anyway. The Jameson effort was something on the side.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that Unit 6 had its own place in time, and these days had already had its own place in time as well. You feel me? But yeah, they're both great bodies of work. Still, yeah.
Absolutely, and I couldn't agree more. So, the next thing I want to ask you about is, I think you take great pride in making projects that aren't just one single listen. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't just be like, oh, I like that one record from Absol, I like that single that he dropped, but it's always a full listen. You know what I'm saying? So for these days, what was kind of like the chronological message behind the album? Was track 1 have any type of unison to the final track, or what was the whole concept behind putting those songs together the way you put them together?
Well, for the most part, it's a real wavy experience. It's gonna go down and come right back up real quick. The frequency of the songs. It's a real wavy experience for the most part. But balance is a word that I use a lot these days. I'm really into the yin and the yang. I feel like night and day is one of the greatest dualities that we have, and I just think it's important to or not important to, but I like to challenge myself to jump from one extreme to the next if I can. You feel what I'm saying? So, you might hear me I might sound depressed on this song, and then on the very next song, you would have never known that I've ever been depressed.
Absolutely.
Ever. You know what I'm saying? So it's that type of feel.
Okay. So just getting back to the crew and just the music that you guys are putting out together.
Yeah.
Everybody is always gonna ask for a Black Hippy album.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like there's been rumors that it's never gonna happen.
Yes.
There's been rumors that maybe it might happen and it just kind of happened out the blue, or what's
what's crazy? I think we are the dopest group ever.
Period.
With no album. No project.
Absolutely. Okay.
It's not even a mixtape that we have. I think that's pretty remarkable.
Like in terms of like the Wu-Tang Clan,
right?
And the, the
exactly. There's no Black Hippy album or project or anything.
And is that
it's
on
probably
purpose?
We probably don't even have 10 full Black Hippy songs.
Yeah, no.
And you guys are just going so crazy.
We'd have to just like make one of those fan-made mixtapes to put that together and stuff like that.
Exactly.
Now, is that by design, or is that something where you just kind of, it's almost like the more you don't give it to them, the more they want it?
No, I mean, in essence, Black Hippy was designed to, creatively bring all of our audiences or trap all of our audiences in one room. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it in essence is, more than it is about being a group. You feel what I mean? So what's happening now is just, I guess how it's supposed to be. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We're all scattered around the globe in different places doing different things, but I'm sure, I'm sure they'll sit us down eventually to do it. You know what I'm
They're
saying?
gonna make you one day. Somebody's gonna slap a check on the table like,
That's what
make
I'm
this
saying.
goddamn
Yeah,
album.
you know, hey, money talk, bullshit
walks. So, next thing I want to talk to you a little bit about is like, obviously, Kendrick is one of the more popular members of the group, and J-Rock brings his thing to the table, and Q brings their thing to the table. But if you were to poll a bunch of rap nerds or fans or critics or whatever, they'd say you're like the critic's choice when it comes to TDE. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like projects, songs that you put together, just messages that you put out, and just overall honesty in your music.
Dope.
How do you feel about, the type of fans that you have? Like, I remember Jay-Z tweeted something about, saying like, Ab-Soul's one of my favorite artists out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, just a ton of rap writers and true lyricists really gravitate towards you.
Yeah.
One, why do you think that is? And two, how do you feel about that?
I mean, first of all, I don't really like to use the word fan. Just don't think it's a cool word to use. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't know, bro. I can honestly tell you that I'm in my own skin. I'm being honest with you. And I just feel like everybody can tell. I feel like you can tell that I'm being honest with you. I just think that's relative. I just think I probably resonate with honest people, or people that want to be honest. You know what I'm saying? That try to be honest or whatever. But I mean, this is a long-term effort. I'm 27 now. I wrote my first verse when I was 12 years old. You follow what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So when you think about time like that, my series is called Long Term. You know what I mean? And if you look up the definition of long term, it's a term of considerably 10 years or more. So, I got a long term vision of where I want to go. And I just feel like, a lot of people are as excited as I am about that.
Okay. And on these days, what do you think is the most, if you had to pick one, I know it's hard for a lot of artists to do that, but if you had to pick one song these days that you feel is the most important that you made this time around, what record would you pick and why?
I think it's Just Have Fun. Like, the whole piece, it's a two-part song. It has the title track These Days on it as well. Yeah. On the second half of that record. But I think Just Have Fun is... That's probably where I think that hit home with me probably the most. You know what I mean? Okay. Do the drugs, don't let the drugs do you. You know what I mean? It's a real, you feel me? If I'm gonna tell you to get twacked on one record, I gotta tell you to get twacked responsibly on the next one. You feel
Absolutely.
me? So,
No, it's one of my favorite records on the new project as well. And just kind of touching on what you were talking about a little bit about doing drugs responsibly. Yeah. On the intro track, you said something along the lines of, I got the kids doing this, I got the,
Yeah.
Asking I forgot exactly how the line goes, and I don't want to fuck it up, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you're very aware.
Studying outside of class.
Absolutely. Exactly. You're very aware of your influence. So if you have the power to make the kids go study outside of class, and you still have the power to, go get twacked, but get twacked responsibly. Absolutely. How do you feel about being able to balance that power when it comes to, making the music and making it responsibly?
Right. I mean, you could do all things. I feel like you can do all things. And I mean, in this age that we're in, you got to think, we're all on drugs. We are all on drugs. You feel what I'm saying? Like, how many times you done had an IV in your arm?
Too many.
That's what I'm saying. So, we're all on drugs. Everybody's on drugs. Everybody's taking vitamins and, and trying to figure this shit out. You feel me? So I represent that. But we do, life is important. Life is important. It's important to live. It's important to be healthy. To fulfill your mission here while you're here. Everybody's here for a purpose. So it's important for you to live out that purpose. So you don't want anything. Drugs aren't just the problem. You know what I'm saying? It's all kind of people have issues with sex and stress and depression, all kind of different things. You know what I mean? It's just important to balance all of these things and stay alive. Stay alive.
What do you feel your purpose is here?
I think I'm just a little tool to try to help harmonize humanity. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just a vessel. You feel me?
I hear that. All right, well, these days is out in stores right now. You go get it. Please support the man, and thank you for checking out thestash.com.